It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet cross the globe. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love. They do not fit me, I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jaws. I'm not a guard, but hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clippity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And again, they stop it behind the line. That is read well for a second straight play defensively. To throw is Brady. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Zach Ertz, 52 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Steps away to his left. And he's got Lockett. And they work this out past the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. Jackson on first down. Got a man. It's Michael Irvin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle. And he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now Jackson will look to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. To throw, it's Brady. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On first down, Brady. That's caught by Irvin. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Brady now on first down. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down now, Dickerson, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Brady now to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. Fighting him off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the team...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing on second and long. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run. It's Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets it to Brown. Good play. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Now Brady looking middle, and it's incomplete. Michael Irvin, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Rosas' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on now, let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Michael Irvin there to make the grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Brady going to throw. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. On first down, it's Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Brady. Well, they're unable. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Ertz. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. A little juke. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they are going to...
To make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run now with Okoye. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Christian Okoye, 62 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. It's a second down run with Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Lock. Flushed out right. That one complete to Okoye. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Luck now to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
When you think about big-time middle linebackers, you do think about the strength and the force that they play with, as we just saw there from Brian Urlacher. But what an athlete. Remember, he was a safety in college at the University of New Mexico.
And in the NFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 2005, also Bears all-time leading tackler, almost 1,800 of them. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's go. You tighten up. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. They can't hang with us. Shit.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie there to bat that one away. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And now, did he step out of the end zone? Yes, he did. The referee says he stepped out, and that is going to be a safety. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. No, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and what a speech he gave that night. I can still see him standing up there, and the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Green play.
3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. It's caught by OBJ. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete to Shard. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson now. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Too Tall Jones able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Let's go one more.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
And he's going to be taken down on what will. Be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now Sanders. And that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford it. As Sanders has it poked free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. As they are now on the board here in the first. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now it's Ryan. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And with that, folks, I want to remind you to join the NFL Salute to Service. This season, the NFL and its players are honoring those who proudly serve our country, and fans are encouraged to join NFL players in writing letters to service members and their families. To learn how you can send your letter today, visit NFL.com/salute. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He can run for it, and he will. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The keeper good for only... The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that. His team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And the surge is going to be too much to...
numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in a sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame besos.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now Cunningham. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Green drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Cunningham. There he goes inside the 30. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Cunningham to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Cunningham in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Cunningham looking to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Tight, watch well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson, options out left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
54.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Thomas, 27 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson, going to throw again, being chased out left. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He's got Michael Irvin complete. And he gets gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, it's caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Eluding the pressure right. The Sanders has got it complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview, so I guess let's do just that. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12, the week before Thanksgiving. Hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans, to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them, does it? But if they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Cunningham. Got to give some credit. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jackson will keep it, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they had the superior...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing again. Flushed out right. That's caught by Irvin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing is Jackson. And that's complete to Sanders. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spins by. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
On first down, it's Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic. I'm on.
Looking to throw. Cunningham dancing to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing on third and long. Cunningham. It's Hill. Complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th and down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. And too tall Jones. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson on 3rd and long. He lets it fly from Lockett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ty Law. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Here's Cunningham. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. John Henderson gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Cunningham to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. On 4th down, Cunningham steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. The offense was in a tough spot, and opportunistic defense takes advantage, get the turnover, they get the touchdown too.
I know this is going to sound strange, but oftentimes defenses call for this type of a play in this situation. Offense is pinned back near their own goal line. They tell them, be aggressive, go for the football, create a score. That's exactly what they did.
This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he goes up top. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one. And all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, and
he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We got three.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, here's Cunningham. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Another run here with Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this
Ladies and gentlemen,